Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online. Hello grade 2s and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is life cycle and saving water. And before we get into any lessons, boys and girls, we know that we need to sanitize. Remember, sanitizing is not the only way we can stay safe. We can also use soap and water. Make sure you run your hands for 30 seconds. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about vocabulary, sight words, reading comprehension, and counting. To start our lesson today, boys and girls, let's all turn to page 3. On page 3, we are going to be doing our vocabulary and our sight words. You can see that below we have a list of youngs, meaning the little ones of animals. We have the words lamb, chick, colt, puppy, piglet, kitten, duckling, froglet, and calf. It's going to be our job to look for these words in the word search below. Now, I think you're going to be able to do that by yourselves, so I'm going to leave this exercise up to you. After that, for number 2 and number 3, you're going to make sentences. Let's take a look at the board so that we know what to do with our sentences. For number 2, you're going to use the word this or that to make your sentences. I have given you an example on the board. It says, "This is the biggest calf." So that is my sentence. Make sure that for A, you use the word this, and then for B, that. Don't forget your capital letters and your full stops. For number 3, they want you to use 2 words. Now they've given you these words. For A, they have said these plus ducklings, and I've shown you how to put them in sentences. These ducklings are lost. Remember the song that we sang a long time ago about 5 little ducks and they were lost? Well, this is a sentence about them as well. So go ahead, boys and girls, make your sentences. Please follow the instructions. Don't forget your capital letter and your full stop. When you're done with that one, you can move on to the next page, page 4. On page 4, we have a reading comprehension, but it sounds more like a song. I'm going to read it for you for a first time, and then I want you to go back and read it again by yourselves. Today, it's all about Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play to see the lamb at school. And so the teacher turned him out, but it still lingered near. It waited patiently about until Mary did appear. Then it ran up to her and it laid its head upon her arms as if it said, "I'm not afraid. You'll keep me from harm." So I'm sure you know that this is actually a nursery rhyme and a little song, and I'm sure you can sing it with your friends and family. For now, let's take a look at the questions that now follow. Remember, boys and girls, it's important for us to read our questions twice. Let's begin. The first one says, what do we call the mother of a lamb? What do we call the mother of a lamb? Number 2 says, where does the lamb live? Where does the lamb live? Number 3 says, what does the lamb eat? What does the lamb eat? Number 4 says, write one school rule about animals. Write one school rule about animals. Number 5 says, did Mary break a rule at school? Yes or no? Explain your answer. Did Mary break a rule at school? Yes or no? Explain your answer. Number 6 says, what made the lamb wait for Mary and not run away? What made the lamb wait for Mary and not run away? Then number 7 says, what lesson can we learn from the lamb? What lesson can we learn from the lamb? Now, remember, boys and girls, as you are answering now, some of the questions need you to really listen to the story, because the answer is not directly in the story, but about the story. So go ahead and take your time. Read it a second time. You can even sing it if you like. And then answer your questions. Once you're done, please read it again to make sure that your answers are correct. I'll see you when you're done after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Now, boys and girls, let's do a little bit of mathematics on page 5. On page 5, we are going to be counting. Now, it's not just counting from 0 to 100. This time we're moving on and we're counting from 100 to 130 first. Now remember, we need to count slowly and write the numbers correctly. Write them down as you say them so that you don't get confused. After that, you are going to count from 150 to 170. Remember, take your time. You don't need to rush, and write your numbers neatly. After that, for number 3, we are going to be doing estimations. Now, to estimate, boys and girls, means to guess. And let me show you how this is going to work. Let's take a look at the board. Now, from just looking at the board, that means that we are only guessing how many bees we have, not to count them. So just by looking at them quickly, you can make a number up. For us, I think maybe we have 10 bees on the board. So I'm going to say my estimate is, or estimation is 10. So now that I've estimated or guessed how many bees there are, I must now count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means my counting ended up being 6. So the first time, boys and girls, remember, you are guessing. You don't have to count. You're just using your eyes to check, and then you make a guess to estimate. And then after that, you count them. one by one. Then you write where it says I counted, then the number you counted. This one's going to be fun, and I really want you to take your time. Please count carefully and slowly, and I'll see you when you're done after the advert break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
Boys and girls, we have now come to the end of our lesson, but I hope you had fun. Remember, if you don't know what to do or you're not sure, that's okay. You can always ask an adult for help. But please try to finish all the work by yourselves. So now that we are done, we need to sanitize. Remember, sanitizing is a big part of our lives right now. So make sure that you sanitize as regularly as possible. And don't be afraid to tell the next person to sanitize as well. Make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I wonder, I haven't seen Sashi today. I think he's trying to play a trick on me. Sashi. Where? Oh, there he is. Hello, Sashi. So, from Sashi and I would like to say thank you for joining us today and goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.